Hello, Wanderers. Welcome back to our Crusader Kings 3 roleplay series following King Corlys of Velaryon, the Seaspray himself, the Master of the Stepstones, the Lord of Tyrosh, and indeed the King Consort of Queen Rhaenys the Black of House Targaryen, and a man who has successfully found justice against his enemy, against his most mortal enemy, Eddard the Grey of House Snowfire. Indeed, his daughter is now marrying our younger son. We've taken Driftmark back from his loyalists, and we are in the midst of a wedding for our son, Prince Monty. And that wedding is taking place here in Tyrosh, and it is indeed going to be a lovely affair, I imagine, as we are spreading our legend here, and we shall truly see what happens here. And like, as you can already see, the bond between Prince Monty and Lisa Nora Rogaire crosses the divides. So Westerosi and, like Lysini and the relations between essentially the High Valyrians, aka the Velaryons, and the Targaryens have improved here. We saw a bad omen concerning Lisa Nora Rogaire, which is interesting. She arrived with a magnificent parade, but and we diffused a misstep made by Prince Monty. But look at this. Monty and his new wife, or his betrothed, they haven't been married yet, have fallen in love at first sight. And so they're soulmates. So yeah, young Monty here is going to have a true love. Marjorie Tyrell tells a fantastic joke about feathers. Alliances are formed here. Our son gets a wedding gift. Let's see, anything else of great interest? No, it doesn't seem like it anyway. So let's let this wedding progress here. The ceremony has finally reached its climax. They both say "I do." And look at this. Monty got himself a beard, which just sprouted out as soon as he said his vows. Boom! It just the hair just popped out of his chin there. Apparently, so well done, Prince Monty. I mean, that's quite the beard you got rocking there. But whatever you wish, my son. Let's let the wedding banquet begin. I recognize the anxious look on my servant's face. She is here to bring me some bad news. My lord, you must come quickly. Lord Ansel of Kinsward was seen leaving the chambers of your courtier to Lisa. Oh, this can only mean one thing. Oh no. Somebody's shacking up at the wedding. Monteris brawls with his rival, Lisa Dora? Okay, I don't know why this random... 47 years old. She doesn't look 47. Not sure who this is or why our son is her rival, but okay. Our mother is getting up to do a speech, but it isn't the nicest speech. She's probably a little bit drunk. She's betrothed. I didn't set this up. Not sure how that happened. Mother, did you get yourself into some debacle here with this young kid from House Coroner? Okay. I mean, we're gonna grin and suffer through our mother's speech here. You can see that Dorian was here. Throughout the meal, I find myself easily drawn into Princess Tenia's conversation. She has some very interesting opinions, makes the very best jokes, and we seem to have so much in common. Whether I'm recounting an anecdote, she listens attentively and chips in with all the appropriate comments. Who would have thought I'd find such pleasant company? Oh, she has become her friend. Oh, she doesn't like us that much, does she? But okay, she can become our friend, I suppose. She still doesn't like us. It's one of those friendships that you kind of still hate each other. There's some fine sculptures here. Master Delono, the father of the bride. I suppose we can make a friendship here. Getting a friendship with the First Magister. That could be useful. In all the celebrations and rivalry, there's a lull in the conversation. Tenia, let me tell you a story. Everyone must hear the legend. Let's see. We could get her to potentially promote the story. She is impressed and she will start promoting it. Excellent. Our new frenemy is spreading our story. We are spreading our legend here, as you can see. Every feast, there's always one. Oh, Lisa Nora, she's woefully self-absorbed. Our conversation is rife with hypocrisy. We could just tell her off, which would be pretty funny, but I think we'll probably just grin and bear it because it is, you know, this is our daughter-in-law, so it would be a little rude to, like, just tell her off there, so. Prince Monteris became severely wounded. Okay, stop fighting with this woman here. Like, I don't know if she's a past lover or whatnot, like what happened here, but like, son, you're in a wedding. Stop getting punched in the face by some random woman here. My son and heir, Prince Monteris, has been wounded, and the injury runs deep. Oh, what? Come on, son. Like, get over this. I don't know. Maybe she poisoned him. Is she Lysini? Oh, is there some sort of plot going on here? Who is this woman? Lisa Dora. She is Lysini. And look at, yeah, I mean, she must, and like, she's a witch, because like, she's 47 years old. She does not look 47 years old. Ruthless, craven. Like, what the heck is going on here? Okay, well, we need our maester to take care of our son. He's apparently been probably poisoned, is what I'm suspecting here. A scheme at court. In the early morning, just as I prepare to start the day, a servant beckons me over to a quiet corner. Pardon, a raven from Lord Willem has arrived. Okay. It had a letter for you and a note attached to it saying it was urgent. You saw it as soon as it arrived. Lord Willem of House Snowfire, this is Eddard's brother. What is he doing? Sending us a letter. Corlys, I have had a dream. Oh, it's a freaking green dream? What the heck? A doe laps at the water of a lake. The hidden shadow of a wolf lurks behind the tree. Water, so like water must be us. The wolf is Eddard, surely. I don't know who the doe is. Maybe the doe is Valena. Its fangs glisten, but why would Eddard be going against his daughter? That doesn't make sense. The doe yelps and falls to the ground as its neck is pierced and its life dreamed away. Somebody's plotting to kill Valena. Oh boy. This is actually super fascinating. Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. I can see that all the guests are satisfied and pretty tired, but the day of celebration is not over yet. Let's let the newlyweds celebrate privately. Do your thing, son. Get your... Okay, our wife... He got his wife pregnant, which is good, considering he might just die from his sickness, like, right here at the wedding. Hopefully he'll survive this poisoning here. Who is this woman? Talia Roger, the sister of the bride. I admit your son is a fine match for my sister. Happy may they be. Tell me, are all Roger women so beautiful? Ah, we could flirt with her. Sure, why not? She melts. We get closer to forming. Oh, we lay with her during the wedding. Ah, okay. I mean, our wife is over here in King's Landing, which is... Ooh, okay, we're going to take a look at that in a second. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around the deserted venue. Thank you all for coming, magnificent host. Finish the grand wedding. Okay, what's going on over here? The Reaper's Will. Sunset Plague. Started in Duskendale. Okay. This is not a good omen, obviously. Sunset Plague. Ooh. This character is beset by black patches of skin and multiple buos. They are not long for the world. Oh. I wonder if this is like some sort of like new strain of the spring sickness that infected the kingdom like all that time ago. I mean, perhaps it is the Reaper's Will. Oh man, okay, and it's in King's Landing too. Oh man, it's taking all the crown lands here. That's not good. Oh, and is it spreading into... Yeah, it's even spreading into the Vale as well. Oh man, and into the Stormlands. Interesting. I mean, this is not going to be a good look for Queen Rhaenys in the whole, you know, troubles with the different aspects of the faith here. Let's quickly go and just take care of this. Should we isolate the capital? Probably. Yeah, let's isolate the capital. Let's try to keep Tyrosh from getting infected if we can. Yeah, I mean, obviously certainly the Warring Star is going to use this against, Rhaenys here. And the Warring Star has been spreading here. I mean, you'll notice that Lord Paramount Hugh has, changed over to Baelorys. I guess he was wooed over by Queen Rhaenys. He used to be Warring Star, but now he's Baelorys. So obviously he's kind of like switched factions, but you'll see that he is actually in a war. House Fell. House Fell is trying to, probably because Lord Paramount Hugh turned to Baelorys for whatever reason. I mean, we saw it during the grand wedding between us and Queen Rhaenys that she was trying to make peace with the faith of the Seven and like some of the lords. So obviously she, worked her political savvy, whatever for whatever it's worth, on Lord Paramount Hugh, and he has, joined her faction essentially. But that has caused a bunch of the Stormlords to rise up against him. We'll see if they actually can, pull something off. They've got the troop advantage, so they might actually be able to pull this off, and then House Fell will take over the Stormlands potentially. But also, you'll notice that some of the Warring Star has been spreading here in the Vale as well. And you'll see that Lord Yorbert of the Vale here, who is a zealous man, has certainly found himself following this new faction within the faith of the Seven. And it really makes sense that if anywhere was going to, start to become faith of the Warring Star, it was going to be the Vale. The Vale has remained out of it for, they've stayed insular from the Seven Kingdoms for like the entire playthrough that we've had here. So it totally makes sense that the Warring Star would, be able to spread here. Just because they haven't had a lot of contact, they've never sided with the Targaryens. So yeah, it seems that House Arryn here has joined them. And I went and I did this myself, but I thought this would be really interesting. The High Septon of the Warring Star's most devout is actually the uncle of the current Lord of the Vale. I just thought that would be really interesting. I wanted to kind of get this whole religious situation, building up a little bit more. And so that, I think, really works perfectly. So we might see the Stormlands under House Fell and the Vale kind of like teaming up together against Queen Rhaenys here. Not to mention the fact that they can use this, sickness, this disease that's spreading as part of their, essentially against her. So yeah, well, we'll see. And I mean, who knows? Like she could, our wife could potentially get sick and die even from this sickness that's spreading here. Gonna definitely have to keep an eye on it. Oh yeah, it's starting to it's spreading a little bit anyways. It's not it's not going everywhere, but 25 people dead so far. I mean, who knows how long it's gonna last too. It's only been going for 5 months. So that's not a long time. Our son here. Let's see if he ends up having a son. Prince Goris here has arrived. He brings his submission. Very well. We will accept your submission, Prince Goris. Yeah, I'm very curious how this Reaper. Oh yeah, it's gonna get some kills here. If I could bother you a moment, my lord, starts Marjorie, a tad wheedling for my liking. It would be a huge boon to us if you could commit some more detail. Of course, I'll go over it. What's often misquoted. Perhaps best to let the story grow naturally. No, I think we'll go over it once more. Our embellishments are quite modest, apparently. Nah, we're not a particularly arrogant man. No, we're not. Our mother is 61 years old. You're not marrying this scaly 16-year-old kid that we're breaking this betrothal, mother. And you know what? Well, okay, we're not gonna send you to the Silent Sister, but like, get fix yourself, mother. Like, come on now. Lord Evitho is still kicking around though, 77 years of old. Man, man's a badass. Deviant apparently, but that's just rumors. That's all just rumors. Dangerous faction, peasant rabble. Not too concerned about that. Oh yeah, Reaper's Will's getting some kills here. Slowly starting to spread a little bit here. Mostly in the Crown lands. But yeah, King's Landing seems to be getting hit pretty hard here. Let's see. Luckily our wife is still, she hasn't gotten sick yet, thankfully. Our friend Renfred isn't sick. Yeah, like so far it's could be worse, that's for sure. But 62 fate, that's quite a few fate. Oh, look at it ticking up like crazy. Oh man, I wonder how long it's gonna last as well. Like, how long do these plagues last? Should we? Oh, look, it's starting to spread up into the Riverlands as well. Control plagues. Maybe we should. Now that we know that this is all happening, I wonder how far it will end up spreading here. 76 kills. That's quite a few. Spotted Fever's got 56. There's a lot of people dying from diseases right now. I wonder if the Stormlords are going to be able to pull off a victory here. They've got a huge amount of troop. Like, they got a big troop advantage here. So, oh, and they've even got somebody, the Lady Sinella, the Heart of the People of Dorne, is slain by. Oh, it's because her husband is the Dondarrion. Slain by Orson in a duel. Fascinating. I mean, I kind of hope that they pull it off because I do want to see the Vale and the Stormlands team up. The Warring Star essentially teaming up here against Uranus in this situation that we find ourselves in here. But and some more sickness spreading over here. What's that? Rhaenys' flux. 95. That's a lot of people dead. And he was gallant and she was beautiful and he was a hero and she was beautiful. It doesn't take long to discover where the music is coming from. As soon as I find Larissa playfully tuning her lute, leaning on a stone bench. My lord, isn't it true that the reason for your legend was to impress Talia? How dare you? I am married. Queen Rhaenys becomes my soulmate? No. We did it for ourselves. Yeah, we did do it for ourselves. I don't see Rhaenys being Corlys' soulmate, maybe, but it doesn't strike me as we already had our soulmate, really. Invitation to Evitho's hunt. I suppose we can go and join it. Yeah, very well. There's some sea danger, so let's get some of our captains with us and then head over. Can't wait. Yeah, I mean, we gotta go on. If Evitho invites you to a hunt, 78-year-old man, you gotta go, right? Like, let's try to find success in the hunt. There we go. Let's see. I mean, we'll keep an eye off if any events happen around there. Mostly it doesn't seem to be spreading like crazy here. Mostly, oh, our wife is pregnant. Excellent. Mostly sticking in the Crown lands and then a little bit of the Vale. Yeah, of course, Gulltown would get infected because that's like a pretty big city. We're gonna go out there. What are we hunting anyways? Suppose we'll find out. But yeah, I mean, events in the kingdom are there's technically, peace for the most part, but the Stormlands, there's some turmoil in the Stormlands, and the sicknesses are just starting to spread here. Everybody get back on your horses. We gotta get this hunt. 113 deaths. Oof, that's rough. All right, we're gonna go. What are we going after? Hyenas. We've hunted these before. All right, let's see. 118 deaths. Oh, man. Oh, it seems like it's starting to fade now. We can hardly keep up with... Oh, Hunt was unsuccessful. That's unfortunate here. Leave this adventure behind for now. Yeah. I mean, this was a pretty... even if it's starting to fade a little bit here, like 121 deaths, you know, those were probably some important people that, you know, were affected by this. So yeah, I certainly think that this is not going to like look good on Queen Rhaenys, considering all of the crown lands, you know, have been infected by this. If 100 and whatever, like, named 124 named characters have died, obviously, you know, imagine how many peasants and things like that have been killed by this as well. We're not a pious man, so we're not going to go with that at all. Queen Rhaenys's pox spreads. Oh, is there another sickness like going around? Let's see. Queen Rhaenys's pox here. Yeah, look at all these sicknesses. And our wife is no longer pregnant. Probably because of all the disease and stuff going around here. So I was just looking around at, and I noticed that the current Lord Barristan here, I did not notice this before. Oop, our maester died. Did not notice this before, but his wife is actually our niece and a member of House Frey, because apparently our sister Olenna got married to somebody from House Frey. I do not remember this. But they had a daughter, and now that daughter is married to Lord Fell. So there's an interesting tie-in and connection there that makes things a little bit more interesting. But yeah, Lord Paramount Hugh the Darkstag here is in significant trouble. He doesn't have any troops left. He doesn't have any money left. Can he, you know, hold out for a miracle? Hard to say. And then we do have the Reaper's Will is starting to fade here, but it has taken with it 160 characters, which is quite a bit. And the question is this just a precursor to something worse, to something even, you know, more deadly in the future? You know, could a true spring sickness find a resurgence here? I mean, it could be. Maybe this is just, you know, maybe this is just the beginning. Tough to say. Peasants rising up in Tyrosh itself. Oh man, maybe this isn't peasants. Maybe this is actually like former slave owners. Well, I mean, just and compassionate. Doesn't seem like a slave owning type. Maybe former slaves who have been stirred up into, you know, into revolt by nefarious forces. Hard to say. Either way, we're going to send Kyle Celtigar to go and deal with them, because that's what Kyle Celtigar does. My treasury is brimming with gold and silver, and all expenses are cared for. As a wealthy lord, I'm expected to offer patronage to some kind of artist or scholar. There's 3 potential candidates here. Rhaena is known for growing beautiful gardens. Keeman's religious poetry, no. The Discovery Maids funding natural philosophy. Beautiful gardens. What is that? Prestige? Let's see. I think we're gonna go for the beautiful gardens and get that prestige. Maybe we're gonna build a big botanical garden in Tyrosh here once we'll, you know, the fertilizer will be the bodies and blood of all these peasants that we're about to slaughter here. As I promenade down the stairs and across the courtyard, I reach one of the corridors from where servants usually watch the children, but it's not them that I find. Durwald's voice reaches me loud and clear, and I conceal myself among the stone pillars. What has King Corlys done anyways? Was there any of us to see how this so-called legend that he so proudly makes us sing now? Oh, do we piss off the faith a little bit more? I think we do. I mean, yeah, we can't have him talking smack about us. Oh, and look at this. He's near death because he's in the dungeon. Well, that's too bad for him. I don't think there's fallen rival? Brendan Templeton slain by Lord Joseph of Withered Lake. This guy was that, our old nemesis from back when he was courting our wife. That's interesting. Nice. All right, let's go and deal with these, the rest of these peasants. Where are they going to land? Oh, they're going to land on Little Tyrosh. All right. I guess, Kyle, you're going to go and need to deal with that. It seems that in my dealings with Prince Monteris, you may have accidentally made certain promises of exemptions from obligations. I tried, blah, blah, blah. You fool. Well, I don't care if Monteris's taxes are reduced to me, honestly. Not too concerned about that. Also, why do we have Lord John as our spy master? I don't need some House Corn guy. Oh, look at him. He just looks nasty anyways. We obviously want to have Tiana back as our spy master. And now we don't need no House Corn. Lord John the Smelly. Yeah, we need to get Kyle on Claw Isle quick, because Lord John the Smelly cannot hold that position. Oh no, our Septon died in our dungeons. Well, maybe he shouldn't have talked badly about us. Our wife is pregnant. That is excellent news. We're gonna go and deal with this guy here. Oh yeah, he was in big trouble there. Let's finish off these peasants. There we go. They are done and dealt with. Enforce our demands. Excellent. And what do we do with the leader of the peasant rebellion? I think we gotta execute him, right? Behead him? Yeah, we have to have him beheaded. I think that's the only natural course of action for like the leader of the rebellion, surely. So yeah, I wonder, like, surely they're gonna pull out their victory here sooner rather than later, I'm sure. 98%. What do they gotta do? They just gotta, like, do a little bit more sieging? Jonquil? Oh no! Evitho is dead! 79. He couldn't quite make it to 80. Died from being ill. Wow. Let's take a moment to respect the life of Evitho here. I mean, this guy was a beast, a freed man. He was a former slave, a Dothraki slave. He served our father well, and then, became essentially a privateer on behalf of Monford and ourselves. He led our fleet for many, many years. And yeah, I mean, that he was epic. What an epic character, Evitho. Definitely need to get some respect in the chat for Evitho here, because the man, he was a badass. 79 years of age. Finally went down. Well, Jonquil has been devastated ever since her husband Evitho died. She comes to visit me one evening. I feel so lonely, she says, looking at me longingly. I remind myself that Evitho was my good friend. You've been so comforting, she says, biting her lip suggestively. Evitho was my friend. I just want to feel something, she whispers, loosening the fastenings on the front of her dress. Evitho was my friend. Oh, well, Jonquil Seafire. This is the daughter of Bricklos. I mean, is there? We obviously, we don't love our wife or anything like that. We don't have any other lovers. I think the thing here, I know this is terrible because I was just extolling Evitho's virtues, but Corlys is a man who, he is stubborn, he is strong-willed, but he has given into his whims and his anger and his emotions many times. And if he has someone like coming to him in this state, like being this forward, I mean, is Corlys really the type who can resist that? I honestly don't know, and I don't think that he is. So although this is horrible and, just kind of cements the fact that Corlys is not a good man, he's an interesting character to follow. but he's not a good man, then I think that he's gonna do it. So sorry, Evitho, but I think that made sense, honestly. But yeah, oof. Let's see. Another. Get me a barrel and I'll prove it. Sure. What is this? A drinking contest? I mean, maybe we need a drink after what we just did to poor Evitho. That is rough. Can we increase our legend here? How do we do that? Increase quality. What do we need to do? It needs to spread. We got to spread it more. All right, we need a new admiral. Well, we're probably going to put. Let's see. Who do we put in that position? We'll put Evitho's son in that position, of course. He can take over as the admiral there. That at least seems fitting here. The Reaper's will has finally kind of faded here, 174 deaths, but Queen Rhaenys's pox is still going. Wherever it is, over here, I guess. 62 kills on that as well. So a lot of people have died from those sicknesses. Oh, and there we go. Lord Paramount Barristan, the Mad Moon of the Stormlands, a strong-willed warring star man. And that is going to mean that the Stormlands and the Vale are both following the faith of the warring star. And I fully suspect that we will see the two of them team up against Rhaenys here. I mean, she's in the weakest position she's been in a while after all that disease and stuff like that. She's still quite strong, I would say. But I mean, this is the chance. Two of the kingdoms are, could potentially go against her, and who knows what the Iron Islands are going to do. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Iron Islands are looking to break free once more. And then we've got the North as well. Could the North be pulled into that? Lady Scylla the Grim? Tough to say. I don't know. But I have a feeling that we are going to see the Vale and the Stormlands rise up at the very least. The Riverlands? Oh, the Riverlands are Baelorist anyways, so yeah, interesting here. Curious to see what you guys think of this. And there is the question of whether that sickness that was spreading here, the Reaper's Will, was just a precursor for something worse. I guess we will have to find out in the next episode. So until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.